Today, from Seattle, Washington.
Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now it's Smith. Flush to his right. He completes this to Walker. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And Geno, meanwhile, tossing complete there to Smith and Jigba. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Throwing now is Geno. This is Fant on the short completion. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Straight ahead, Walker. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep is Jalen Darden. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Off of play action, here's Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Geno. He'll buy some time right. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And even 50 yards for Jonathan Taylor. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Escaping the pressure right.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
59 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Smith.
This is the tight end fan.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns.
Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7.
CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Richardson to throw.
Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And Richardson looks to throw once more. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now the ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Colts pick it up.
He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it, ends up getting the ball stripped.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Richardson from near his goal line. Flushed out right. There he goes up the right sideline. Now look out. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Richardson. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Now Gino on 1st down. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll buy some time right. He hits his target, Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Smith's throw into the hands of Fant.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flush to his right.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. 31 yards. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Jackson, Smith, and Jigba touchdown catch.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And
there he goes, right side. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Indy. 41 yards on the ground.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Checks it down to Sermon out of the backfield. And he's going to be touchdown short of a first. And it's 4th down coming up.
And the attempted 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really. He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. And even 40 yards.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
The throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Now Smith.
Going right back to Fant.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 3. Hand off here to Walker.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now Smith. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Now 2nd and 9. Richardson looking to throw this. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Richardson on 3rd and short.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now it's Richardson. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Now Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Now Richardson, meanwhile, going to get this ball to Taylor. Now a 2nd and 6. Back to the air with Richardson.
Touchdown, Colts.
Josh Downs
from 17 yards out.
And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Throwing now, Smith. They'll roll him out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10, Smith again, eluding the pressure right.
Out right to Smith and Jigba. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Play action. It's Smith. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. To the air again, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith flushed out right. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Smith going to throw it. Left side here, that's the... Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a 2nd and 10. Off of play action, here's Smith rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's got his big tight end fan. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one